Do you want to leave a legacy for future generations? Do you want to save federal taxes and state taxes? Do you want to know about how the rich save so much taxes? My name is Sally Gimmon, and I want to help as many as U.S. business owners and 1099 income earners save, and also investors save taxes. The Spendthrift Trust is legal, copywritten, and in the IRS Tax Code 643B. The Spendthrift Trust comes from England way back when King Henry VIII started the Church of England. Yep, the famous king who chopped off his wives' heads. It is contract law that came to the colonies while we were still part of England. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023. They've been saving taxes for 3.5 centuries. That's a long time. Our current tax code went into effect in February of 1913 and was only supposed to be around for a few years. Well, it's now been more than 100 years, and the rich families of that time, 1913, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, the Kennedys, and the Rockefellers, made sure it was in the IRS Tax Code 643B. Just to give you a funny fact, my undergraduate degree was English literature. Then I got an international MBA. But Shakespeare's work is the tax code is 10 times the size of all of Shakespeare's work. With the Spendthrift Trust, you're going to save in 4 extremely important ways. Listen up. You're going to save federal taxes year after year, generation after generation. Number 2, you're going to keep your information 100% private. There's a false rumor out there your LLC or your S Corp does that. Ha ha ha. I can go to the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission of your state and research all LLCs or S Corps and find out all the information. Do you realize 40% of all LLCs get sued every year? Does not keep your information private. Number 3, talking about being sued. If you get everything into the trust, the trust is a titanium vault and all lawsuits become frivolous and go away. And then number 4, if you know about the 2024 Corporate Transparency Act from the Treasury Department, if you have the Benson Financial Trust, what I sell for the law firm, the Benson Financial Trust shields you from having to do that paperwork. Please, if you don't have the trust, please do the Treasury Department's paperwork. If you don't do the paperwork, you could be fined $10,000 and or 2 years in jail. Going to jail because you didn't do paperwork for the Treasury Department. That's insane. So this is why I want to teach this to as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors how they too can save taxes year after year, generation after generation. Now, a little bit of history about the Benson Financial Trust. Paul Benson was a Harvard law professor 76 years ago. He started up his own law firm just outside of Houston with his best friend. He wrote the 5 different trusts. There's the business trust, the beneficial trust, the senior trust, the charitable trust, and then the mineral trust. He wrote the trust 76 years ago, and it has never been audited. They give you certifications saying that if you do get questioned by the IRS, they'll defend you free of charge, because it doesn't happen. So let's get into this. The business trust is for U.S. business owners and U.S. 1099 income earners. You will save at least 90% on your federal income taxes year after year, generation after generation. And if you're in one of the 43 states that have state income taxes, you will save those too. I highly suggest anyone who's making $80,000 gross should be looking at the business trust for themselves. You will be saving at least $12,000 per year in 2024 and so on before you're taking out the state income taxes. Today's example that I put out there is a gentleman in California who's an RV salesman. I'm checking my notes, so I have to apologize. We are going to save him and his wife $34,800 in 2024 for the next 10 months. $34,800. This is his money to pay off his mortgage, to buy a new car, to save for retirement, to hire a VA, to go on a family vacation, to give to charity. This money is his money to do with what he wants. But $34,000, that's a lot of money. That's 5 figures. Now, with the business trust, it's going to save U.S. Business owners and 1099 income earners. Unfortunately, I cannot help W-2 income earners. So please, if I can help you, set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. At the tax breakthrough session, it's free. I'm going to take you out to NerdWallet. I'm going to show you the formula for taxes, and I'm going to show you how much you could be saving. And then, if we are going to lower your tax bracket, I'll show you how much you'll be saving from that. My personal story, before we get into the beneficial trust. October 2018 was a watershed month for me. 3 major things happened. Number 1, my brand new 2015 Hyundai Veloster with a moonroof. I was driving to work at 7:30 in the morning, and somebody ran a red light on Indian School Road and T-boned me. Had no insurance, and all of a sudden I went from being comfortable to having 2 car payments because I had to get a second car. And then number 2, my oldest nephew, I'm the godmother, he was getting married the last weekend of October. I was a Medicare broker. I was not allowed to have any time off from work because it was open enrollment. I worked until 8 o'clock the night before the wedding, did a red-eye to Charlotte for the wedding, and then went to go see my mother in the hospital. I knew she was sick since the Thursday before that, and I walked in and the priest was giving her last rites. My mom got septic of the blood or blood poisoning. She was on a ventilator for 13 months, in a hospital for 15 months. Thank God she got better and came home. But a lot of things happened to me in October 2018. I called my friend Glenn, who had invited me to a real estate meeting, and I said I had to put things on hold until open enrollment finished. I'm like, Glenn, I need to change my life. I became a real estate investor, and in 2019, I wholesaled 7 properties and paid off $184,000 in debt. Woohoo! I was a rock star in my real estate group. I paid off my mortgage. I paid off my 2 car loans. I paid off my student loans. I paid off my credit card bills. And I had an $8,000 deductible for health insurance. So I had that money sitting aside just in case something happened. Well, then my CPA calls me. He says, Sally, you got to make an appointment and come into the office. He's in Scottsdale. I'm in Phoenix. I drive over there. He's like, Sally, bad news for you. You made so much money as being a Medicare broker and wholesaling 7 properties. Your tax rate went from 24% up to 22% up to 24%. My taxes, I owed the federal government $79,000 in short-term capital gains. He put me on a payment plan, $12,000 a month. I got my parking validated. I went down to the parking garage, and I literally cried for 20 minutes. Where the heck was I going to get $79,000? Yikes. So, to tell you the truth, I took a HELOC out on my paid off house to pay that off. Well, I started researching because I read an article about the Rockefellers and their trust. It's called The Office. It's been around for 7 generations, and they have 400 people under the same EIN number. Well, if the Rockefellers can save taxes, why can't Sally Gibbons save taxes? And if Sally Gibbons can save taxes, why can't you save taxes? This is why I do these videos. So, I am a real estate investor. Right now, we're looking at 192 acres just outside of Charlotte in Union County that we're going to probably wholesale for $8 million. Woohoo! So, this is why I want to talk about this. The beneficial Spendthrift Trust is for all investors. I don't care what kind of investing you're doing. If you're a crypto investor, a forex investor, if you're in the stock market, if you've got royalties, if you are doing seller financing, if you're doing creative financing, capital gains. The 5 taxes that the beneficial Spendthrift Trust will save are going to be short-term and long-term capital gains. Interest income taxes, that's for passive investors. People who are doing creative financing, seller financing. I personally have 12 notes where people pay me their mortgage. That's interest income, subject to real estate, or the BRRRR strategy. Dividend income taxes. If you're in the stock market, if you are a day trader, a futures trader. Rental income. Yes, you can take depreciation and you can take cost averaging, but remember, it's going to keep your information private and you won't pay any judgments if the renter's dog gets loose. And royalty income taxes. Again, please set up a 90-minute, I have a free tax breakthrough session with me, 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. I want to help as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors save as much money as they can in taxes. Thank you for watching my video. Have a wonderful Thursday. Take care. Money as they can in taxes. Thank you for watching my video. Have a wonderful Thursday. Take care.